Okay, so let's give our button some action. So what we want to do is whenever we press our button, we want to hide our list. So the first thing we have to do that is to create a variable up here. So let's just call this bar show learning list. And for now, we'll just make it a Boolean, and we'll set it to false. So Booleans can only be true or false. It can only be one of those two values. So right now we're creating a variable for that called show learning list. And what we want to do is whenever our button is tapped, we want to toggle it. We want to change it from, if it's true, let's change it to false. And if it's false, let's change it to true. So let's inside our action here, let's start in show learning list. And we're going to tap something here called toggle. And this is going to make it that the button changes for us. So we're going to see this error here. And that's because basically it says mutating issue. But basically it's saying that whenever you create a variable inside this thing called a struct, and the struct that we're using is called content view. Whenever you create a variable inside of it, you can't just change that variable any way how you like. But what you can do if you want to make changes to that variable is add an additional ability to it. So adding something called a state property wrapper. So, and all we have to do by doing that is just writing @state in front of whatever variable we want to be able to change whenever it's inside a struct. So if we scroll back down here inside the button action, you'll see that there's no error here. And if we click this, we're still able to click the button, but nothing's happening. So what we want to do is basically make it that whenever this show learning list is true, that's the only time we'll show our list here. So all we have to do is wrap this inside a if statement. So let's just cut it for now. And then we're going to say if show learnings list, which is our variable we just made, is equal to true. So we're basically saying if show learnings is equal to true, and we have to say equal to, because that's how you compare like values in programming, especially Swift. And now inside this if statement, we'll just put back the list here. So we're saying only when show learnings list is equal to true, that's when we should see the learnings list. So if we go back over here now, and if we click show learnings, you'll see that now we'll see the list. And if we click it again, you'll see that we don't see the list anymore.